You want my ID, sir? Yep, hang tight. Sit still.
This is the body of 22-year-old Charles Dylan Starner. He's spent the past few hours with his friends, drinking and partying in a remote cabin in the woods of Fairfield County, Ohio. Now, he lies in a pool of blood, leaving partygoers to wonder how things went so badly wrong.
He standing grabbed the knife out of his glove box. He just was slamming it, and then he slammed him in the back.
But as he bleeds out outside the cabin, someone takes quiet advantage of the chaos. As police begin their investigation, they realize the attacker has slinked silently away into the forest, leaving behind the bloody remains of their crime, with only the fractured testimony of onlookers as evidence. What ensues is a hunt for a killer on the loose, as cops are forced to confront a dreadful but inescapable question. How exactly did a night of carefree partying end in murder?
What you did last night is fucked up. You killed somebody.
What?
He's dead.
And I died.
It's the early hours of Sunday morning in the quiet forest valley of Hocking Hills, Ohio, when a police siren suddenly rings out through the night. The patrol car is on its way to a wooden cabin where, earlier that night, a birthday party was taking place, filled with drugs, alcohol, and something darker. The birthday boy is 23-year-old Dalton Flagg, the man whose girlfriend rented the cabin for what they thought would be a weekend of drinking and fun. What Dalton doesn't know is that his birthday bash is about to be cut brutally short.
Come on, bro. Come on. You want my ID, sir? Yep, hang tight. Sit still.
The situation outside the cabin doesn't look good. The victim has suffered multiple stab wounds to the arms, neck, and head. As the victim's girlfriend and friends huddle around him, they're about to give the officer some vital information.
What's the guy's name who stabbed him?
Isaac Pence.
To Dalton, the name Isaac Pence is all too familiar. 20-year-old Isaac is engaged to Dalton's sister, Saber, something that has caused issues between the pair in the past. Although the doors of Dalton's party were supposed to be open to everybody, Isaac's name certainly wasn't the first on the invite list. It seems his appearance at the party has led to some dire consequences. Consequences the cops on scene will later attempt to piece together one by one. But for now, they have a single priority: save Charlie Starner.
Back.
Yes. Aggressively.
Right by his
What kind of vehicle did the guy leave in?
A white BMW?
No,
It was Craig's car, wasn't it? Yeah, Craig's still here, but I think he took his car.
It was some SUV. It was like a gray SUV.
I'm telling you, the scene is safe, please.
Yep, we got SWAT coming in. They get here a lot slower than we do.
I know,
Okay.
I know.
So-
Oh, what township are we in right now?
You're up in Marion Township, but the county EMS is coming.
Damn.
Okay.
You got it. You're so tough. Come on, Charlie.
Check for any.
Yeah, you got it.
Slide him over. Keep his neck compressed.
I
Don't cut off his airway,
did-
brother.
I did a quick trauma assessment in the back, and I didn't
Okay.
see anything else except what's going on. It was all upper. Like
Upper in
when
his
the guy
neck?
stabbed him, he went
Okay.
all
Okay.
down his back. And then I don't know how this one in the stomach happened.
Okay, just keep pressure on it.
Despite being stabbed multiple times in the neck and back, Charlie is still breathing. There's still hope to save him if emergency vehicles can arrive on scene before it's too late. But time is running out.
I think we got the bleeding stopped enough to
Is
get
he
it
bleeding through yours too,
stabilized.
man? I don't have anything.
Was he? Where was he standing at when he got stabbed? Here?
Over there on the other
The
side of the
guys,
4Runner.
so on the other side of the 4Runner was where the other guy was parked,
Okay.
and he took off before you guys got here. But I watched it all happen. Like I said, just
B3 is.
you're so tough. Come on, Charlie, you got it, man. Where we need this?
That's gonna keep you fighting.
Candace might see her back. They're
Don't
gonna have
take
to
pressure.
respond
Where
out
does this
here.
need to go?
SWAT's here, bud.
Any memory
You got
that
it.
pops into your head.
Yep, see, there we go. The squad's here.
Good, grab
The
it.
squad is here, Charlie. Yeah, come on.
Bring it over yours. Yeah. Front seat. It's in the crate.
I'm so proud. so proud. I'm so proud. You're doing so good.
Eventually, the medics arrive and crowd around Charlie's body. His injuries are severe and worsening by the minute, leaving them only one choice. Charlie is airlifted to the critical care ward in Grant Medical Center, Columbus, where he faces a desperate fight for his life. Back at the crime scene, cops have gathered the rest of the partygoers to see if they can help piece together exactly what unfolded.
All right. So, who all witnessed the stabbing?
I saw everything.
You saw everything? So who else seen it? You two? Just you two? Okay. So, all right. So where did it happen? Up here where he was found, or where was it around the corner of the house?
On the other side of this forerunner.
I was
Okay, on the other side. Okay.
on the other side of the forerunner. There was was it a white BMW?
No.
No.
It was an SUV.
I don't
Okay.
really
So
know.
there was some kind of vehicle.
Okay.
I was standing up on the porch and I was looking out, and they had been fighting inside prior.
Okay.
A good amount. Enough so. Oh, there were a whole bunch of
He
people
don't even have
fighting
nothing to
inside.
do with it. I don't even know. He just got caught up in the mix. And then he got hit. I walked outside. He got hit. He was on the ground. He's getting carried to the ground. Everyone freaking out. Now he's in the ambulance. That's all I can tell you.
The A-frame of the car, they had been inside of there, and they were fighting.
Okay.
And I think what happened is the one dude reached in and grabbed the knife out of his glove box.
Did you see the knife at all?
Yeah.
Did he?
Because
How
I
big
watched
was
him.
it?
I watched him. I mean,
Yeah.
decent. Like I mean,
Okay, like a pocket knife or?
Yeah, pocket knife.
Okay.
Got him. I mean, he just was slamming it, and then he slammed him in the back. Like,
I'll tell
as
you right
hard
now,
as
he's
he
drunk
could.
driving.
Okay.
Like,
All
I mean,
right,
he
well,
ran out of
hopefully
here like
it's
a
all right
bat out of hell. They were trying to
Was
stop.
he by himself, or was he with
No.
the girl was with him?
Yep.
His fiance was with him, whoever the girl was?
Baby mom.
Yeah, but she didn't have nothing to do with it.
Oh, no. I'm just saying, but he wasn't by himself in the
But
car.
no, he was not by himself. But
Okay.
his fiance did not have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
He was the only one that had anything to do with it, and he is the one driving drunk.
Okay. All right. So they were on the driver's side having the fight, not the passenger.
Towards the driver's side.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was on the driver's side.
Quickly, they unearth a problem. Isaac Pence has fled in a gray SUV alongside his fiancée, Saber. He's already put miles between him and the scene of the crime, and for all police know, he's getting further away with every minute they waste. Not long after, a detective arrives, and officers approach to fill him in on the situation.
Light colored Equinox registered to him with the window busted out. Not supposed to be hurt, possibly drunk. The windshield or the back window of the vehicle was busted out.
By now, cops are well aware they have an attacker on the loose. But as the officer leaves the scene to follow up on the information he's gathered, he isn't fully aware of the intoxicated and hostile threat that remains active just miles away. Nearly 2 hours have passed since Charlie's stabbing. At the crime scene, officers have gathered the remaining partygoers around the campfire, isolating the cabin so they can conduct a thorough search.
Oh yeah, all in the sink. Yeah. There's a bloody washcloth in the sink as well, I assume. Okay, so step out of this.
Their initial search yields mixed results. The blood they find, littered around the cabin, will be useful as later evidence, but it's not particularly useful right now. They've already identified the victim, and they're confident they know the killer. As they trawl through the post-party mess, there's nothing to be uncovered that will make them closer to catching their suspect. And little do they know, across town, Isaac and Saber are rapidly regrouping. They've arrived at the house of a friend, where they have free rein to discard and obscure any evidence linking them to the crime. But before long, they're on the move again. This time, cops are set to catch wind of their movement as a distressing call reaches the cabin.
Hey,
Yeah.
allegedly the suspect's on his way back here.
Awesome.
They went to the hotel room where Saber's mom is staying.
The call is from the mother of Saber and Dalton Flagg. She's recently received an uninvited visit from her daughter, who was accompanied by an intoxicated guest.
I was supposed to be at work at 6 o'clock this morning. I was woke up at 3 a.m. by my daughter calling me on the phone. Somehow, Isaac had pushed Dalton. Dalton had fell back into Trey. And Trey had fell back into Horizon. And then all these guys started jumping because Isaac started coming back after Dalton. And then I said, Saber, where are you going right now? Where are you? She said she first told me they were at Isaac's house. I said, Saber, okay. But I could hear this in the background. I could hear Isaac talking to somebody. And she was still sitting in the car. And I said, if you're at your house, if you guys are at your house, why are you still sitting in the car? She was like, well, I don't know where we are. I said, Saber, ask Isaac where you are. So she asked Isaac where they were. Isaac said, it's okay, I stopped at a buddy's house. I don't know what buddy. I know they said something on Chicken Coop Road. But then they left there and came to the room. They were at my room, maybe 20 minutes, and I told Isaac he needed to leave. He said, well, once I go to my house and get what I need, I'm going back out there. I don't know what he was meaning, but he was going out there to finish something off.
Despite the earlier fears that Isaac might be putting as much distance as possible between himself and the crime scene, as it turns out, he hasn't traveled far at all. As detectives continue their search back at the cabin, they round up those still in attendance for interrogation.
I know Charlie was the one that got stabbed because I was sitting there fucking doing the sternal rub. But Charlie, come on, stay with me, stay with me.
He stabbed him, and like Isaac hopped in the car after immediately and sped off up through here.
The door in. Kick what door in?
The
driver's side door on the guy that did it.
With the arrival of this new information, their focus now turns to finding Isaac before he can find them. If they can get an idea of his whereabouts, they can prepare their strategy for his potential return. To do so, they attempt to map out the scene, working step by step through the murder as if it were unfolding in real time. They gather the witnesses, hoping they'll remain lucid enough to give them valuable information. But before the first question is even asked, the long night begins to cause tempers to fray.
Stop texting. Put the phone down.
Okay.
It's a crime scene.
Put the phones down.
Yeah. Don't make me take them. The first one's the night. Hey.
You check with
The next one.
Take this.
For real, just cooperate.
I am.
Let's
I'm
put
sorry.
them. Yeah.
Ain't nobody outside just need to know about
Let's
it. Take
go.
them phones.
Come on. Give it to me. Give it to me.
For what?
It's that or I'm going to charge you with obstruction.
Why did y'all sit here texting about that?
I'm texting my mother because I wouldn't be in this situation. It wasn't.
3, let's go. Who else got them? Phones.
I lost my phone.
If I find out that you have a... Hey!
Right now.
Listen.
I swear to God.
Listen.
That's
Stop.
my dude that just got
Stop.
stabbed in his shit.
Hey, enough. Hey.
I swear to God.
Enough.
That's my. I live
Let's
with
go.
him.
Get up.
I
Get up.
live with
Separate.
him. I've been sitting here with my head down the
Separate.
whole time.
Anyone else?
Shut your f***ing mouth.
Nah.
Hey, enough.
Why is it my fault?
Enough. You
I've been
don't want to
sitting
go
here.
to jail? Please
I've been
stop.
sitting here worried about my dude that's
I
getting
get
life
it.
flooded. I
Hey,
live with him.
Listen, I get it completely.
No.
And emotions, I don't?
You know someone that got stabbed right in their chest, right in front of you, and you live with them?
Bud, relax.
I'm just saying, like, I know.
From the interviews conducted over the past couple of hours, investigators have put together a clear picture of what went down earlier tonight. The feud between Saber's partner and her brother reached a boiling point, when Isaac turned up unannounced and started a fight that would eventually end in tragedy. All the while, the search for Isaac Pence has continued without success. With every minute that passes without his reappearance, police become ever more convinced that the call from Saber's mother was a false alarm. If they want to catch Isaac Pence, they'll have to find him themselves. As the daylight begins to trickle through and the ash of the campfire finally loses its heat, a final piece of tragic news reaches police. Despite the best efforts of staff at the ICU, Charlie Starner has succumbed to his wounds. The hunt is no longer for an attacker. It's for a murderer. Detectives are still on scene at the Hocking County residence, marking and documenting evidence from the night before. They've spent the past few hours attempting to track down Isaac's location, using the vehicle's registration to tie him to an address on Pickerington Road in Carroll, Ohio. Due to the active threat that Isaac still poses, they immediately escalate their efforts, requesting an emergency Verizon phone ping for Saber Flag's phone, something only possible for a suspect at large. This offers them live GPS coordinates, updating every 15 minutes, which place Saber at an address in Fairfield County, not far from Isaac's residence. In conjunction with the vehicle's registration, this all but solidifies Isaac's current location. Following their visit to a friend's house directly after the murder, it appears the two made their way to the room of Saber's mother before finally settling at Isaac's home in Fairfield County. Having passed on the information to Fairfield County Sheriff's Office, local deputies rapidly descend upon the home. Outside, spattered with blood, is a gray Chevy Equinox, and inside, finally, is Isaac Pence. Just before 9 a.m., Isaac is taken to Fairfield County Sheriff's Office, where he's booked and taken into an interrogation room.
Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? You live on Pickerington Road? Okay. How long have you lived there?
About 6 or 7 years now.
Okay. All right. Who do you live there with?
My mom, my stepdad.
Okay.
I got a little brother, a little sister.
Okay.
And then Sabra and my 2 kids.
Okay. And who's Sabra?
My fiance.
Okay. All right. And how old are your children?
One is 1 and one is 4 months.
Although the attitude they take might seem friendly, police already have a significant reason to believe that Isaac is guilty. On top of the multiple eyewitness accounts, Isaac fled from the scene using a car now covered in DNA evidence tying him to the crime scene. However, the conclusion is not yet a certainty. If they can coax Isaac down a pathway to admitting what he's done, their job suddenly becomes a whole lot easier.
So, sounds like you guys came up here for a birthday party, is that correct?
Yeah, we were there. Everything was good. It was completely.
When did you get there?
As of around 8:30. But we were all standing right here in the hallway, and someone ended up pushing me, so I pushed him back. Well, Dalton thought that I pushed his girlfriend Horizon, and so he got all pissed off. That's when everyone tried to jump me. I started throwing them to the side, and that's when I was like, I'm not trying to f*** anybody, so just toss them to the side. I got in my car. I was telling Saber, I was like, hey, if you want to go, then we're going. And I was like, well, with everything going on, I'm going to leave, because...
You said you was going to leave?
Yeah.
15?
It was from 10 to 15 guys.
Okay.
And they all decided they were going to try me. Well, then this one comes up to my car door, and he's sitting there busting down my mirror. I went outside, and that's when they started trying to come at me. It was all of them at once.
Okay.
And so I was just tossing them to the side, and they all just kept coming. So I went to my car, and I shut the door.
Okay.
Well, then one came up, and he was kicking my car. And once they started sitting there trying to bust the glass to get to me, that's when I put out a knife. I was like, hey, you need to back up. They ended up opening my car door. It was 2 to 3 guys were sitting there, and they were just yanking on it. I was trying to hold it as good as I could. It was 3 guys sitting there pulling on it. I was like, I'm not going to let my door break. I was like, hey, you guys need to back up. This is not going down right here.
Okay.
And they didn't want to listen. So I was like, listen, start poking out a little bit.
Okay.
I Like, I didn't try to do it to physically hurt anybody really bad, but I did it just to, like, poke, like, hey, I have a knife, calm down. It's just a work knife.
Okay.
And they wouldn't stop. They just kept going. So I tried to stab the one guy in the arm just so they would go. Well, as soon as I stabbed him in the arm, they left.
It doesn't take long for police to get exactly what they wanted. Isaac has admitted he pulled out a knife and admitted to stabbing Charlie Starner. However, the intent is still ambiguous. Isaac claims the killing was essentially an act of self-defense. And what's more, the most substantial evidence tying Isaac to the murder is all witness testimony. They need something more concrete. As detectives sit and talk to Isaac, others have made their way to his address in Fairfield County, where they hope to discover the murder weapon he used to kill Charlie Starner.
Do you want us to go ahead with the vehicle then?
They enter the home, making their way towards the room Isaac and Saber share. But what they're hit with stops them in their tracks.
You didn't believe?
Due to the condition of the room and the smell that hits them when they walk in, the officers decide to retreat, only returning once they've put on hazmat suits to protect them from the hazardous environment. They find nothing of interest in the room, but as the officer sits down to talk with Isaac's mother, a worrying pattern begins to emerge.
Do you know where Isaac and Saber were at last night? Do you normally keep their children on a regular basis?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. As the condition of the vehicle outside, have you seen it?
Oh, yeah.
Is it?
Well, not today. I haven't, or yesterday, but...
Okay. Is it always missing? Has it been missing that back window for some time?
For about 2 weeks. Yeah.
And what happened with that?
He was trying to pull a girl out of a ditch at Sabra's friend's house or something. Someone in Sabra knew. And he accidentally backed his car into her car, and he got mad and punched the back glass.
So he punched the back glass. Would you say your son has anger issues?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Like pretty extreme anger issues?
It depends. I mean, sometimes sometimes he's pretty mellow, but there's other times he gets pretty mad.
Has he ever been violent towards Saber?
No.
No. What about toward the children?
No.
Okay. When he came in tonight, did you notice any blood or anything on his clothing, either one of their clothing?
He has a couple, like, pocket knives, once you, like, open
Folding
up.
knives?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like he would use at work or just whatever.
Outside, a search begins on Isaac's Chevy Equinox. The hope is still to find the murder weapon, something Isaac assured them would either be at the cabin or in his car. Once again, the search comes up empty. Although they find blood and fingerprints, which will prove vital in tying Isaac to the crime, the murder weapon is missing once more.
Ready for donut yet?
Oh, no, it's okay.
The search effort carried out at Isaac's home has only heightened the suspicions the detectives had earlier.
Okay. Your knife.
Yeah.
What did it look like?
It's black handle, and then it's like rainbow blade.
Rainbow blade, black handle, and rainbow blade?
Yeah.
So rainbow blade, I'm guessing you're meaning that it's got serrations on the top side of it?
No, it's the color of it. It's just like it's like purplish color, kind of like rainbow.
The blade is okay. The blade is purplish color.
Yeah.
Okay. And the handle is black.
Yeah.
How long do you think it is?
It's just a little pocket knife.
It's a little pocket knife?
Yeah, it's just one of those ones that you can flip up. You just flip it right here and it comes up.
Okay.
It's probably about that big.
Okay. Do you know the brand of it?
I think it's Tac Force.
Tac Force? Okay.
I think so.
Right. You don't know exactly where you put it? They're looking for it in your car right now.
I have no clue.
You have no clue where it is?
It's either in my car or it's sitting out of that property.
Isaac repeats himself, but officers now have clear reason to suspect he's lying. The fact their search has yielded no results points to an overwhelming probability. At some point following the murder, Isaac discarded of the weapon and is now attempting to hide his deceit from police. The detectives are at a loss. Without the murder weapon, things become a lot more difficult. To add to that, they still don't know who it was that Isaac and Saber visited after fleeing from the scene. Invaluable information which might lead them to a breakthrough. And there's one individual the police have not yet interrogated.
So, you guys stopped at a friend's house?
We stopped at his friend's house because he was like in total shock. I had to use the restroom, and he wanted to check on his car because, like I said, it wasn't going 30 miles, like it wasn't going over 30 miles per hour. So he wanted to make sure, like, you know, nothing serious was wrong or it would like blow up or something. We stopped at his friend's house. I went in to pee. They were talking, looking at his car, and then we were only there for like a couple minutes, and then we left.
What's the friend's name?
Justin. I don't know his last name.
Justin.
Saber's testimony gives police exactly what they're looking for, and shortly after, officers follow up on the information she's given them.
How you doing? Hey, well, I'm gonna let you now finish. Right when you pulled in, I was gonna have him fill out a written statement.
Showed up to my house like 3:30 this morning, drunk, and he was flipping out, like saying that he got jumped at some party that he was at, and he had to use a knife on someone, and I told him, like, I didn't want him here. Like, I told him he needed to leave and turn himself in because you can't just make something like that go away.
Right.
And he threw the knife over there, and then he also threw one in my flower bed.
Okay.
This home, to which Isaac and Saber fled earlier this morning, was that of Justin Andrew Sloan.
Where's the one where you see him like throw toward the roadway?
Oh, shoot. It only shows him standing there, like right after he throws it. Trying to find it right there.
His guilty conscience has led him to call the officers to his home, where he shows them footage from the night before, capturing Isaac leaving the car and tossing something into a flower pot nearby.
All right. Have you? Well, first of all, I appreciate the phone call, so thank you for doing the right
I
thing.
didn't know that it was true until this morning, or else I would have called sooner.
Okay.
But because like I didn't.
Yeah, you didn't think it was a true
yeah,
thing?
because he was drunk. I was like, I don't know whether to believe him or not.
Okay, well, I appreciate you coming forward with this. It is a homicide, the person that died.
The first knife has only been tossed a couple of feet to the side, but the second knife, the one Isaac used to murder Charlie, proves far harder to find. Eventually, officers locate it on the other side of the road, hidden in a thicket of trees. They now have both the knives that Isaac has attempted to conceal, meaning their job is all but complete. Later that evening, officers call Isaac back in for a final interview. After more than 12 hours of investigation, the officers are finally on the cusp of finding out the truth.
So do you know if I'm going to be able to go home today?
That's actually what we're going to get ready and talk to you about here shortly.
So I'm going to tell you, the only thing you have left in this world is your integrity. You know what integrity is? Yeah, your honesty. And I'm going to tell you that I have found about 40 loopholes already in your story. And I know the truth. I'm not going to ask you a question I already don't have the answer to. Okay, that would make me a horrible detective. Been here since 3:30 this morning. The last thing I want is your shit. Okay? I am giving you honesty, and I'm giving you the opportunity to come clean. Okay? What you did last night is fucked up. You killed somebody.
What?
He's dead.
And I died.
Yeah, he died at 8:31 this morning. The world lost a father. He leaves behind a 9.5-month-old son named Jet. Okay? Somebody lost their son this morning. A mother and father lost their son. A girlfriend lost her boyfriend that she held compression on for several minutes waiting for a medic to get there to try and save his life. He died at Grant this morning and you're facing murder charges.
I didn't know that.
He did because you didn't stab him twice. You stabbed him multiple times. Way more than twice. This is your chance to be honest about it.
I was just trying to get them to stop.
You get one shot at this, and one shot only. I've talked to your mom. I know you are a very violent, explosive person. I know you drink almost every weekend. You left her in the care and custody of your 2 children, Draco and Waylon, who are 13 months and 4 months old. I've been inside your bedroom. I've been inside your car. I've had a very deep conversation with your girlfriend's mother, and everyone that was at that cabin. You want to start over?
Let's go.
So, it started. I don't know who got in my face, really. I do not know.
Start at the very beginning. How did you end up there?
Ended up because Sabre wanted to go, and I told her that I would go with her. So we ended up going. We've never got along, me and her brother. And her brother's friends aren't gonna like me if he don't like me. But he said that he was gonna be cool, calm, and collected. I said that I would do the same, and I was until everything blew up. And once everything blows up, the night just blew up, and I ended up blacking out.
How much did you drink last night?
I think I drank a 12-pack of Miller. I took a couple of shots of Hennessy and a bottle of green.
So you drank a lot of alcohol, knowing that you have an explosive personality when you're drunk. Was there some jealousy issues at this party last night?
Yeah, a little bit.
What happened?
It's just her brother's friend, well, her friend and her brother's friend, Trey. I've always not liked him because she sits there and says always like a brother, but then she got mad at me one time and said, oh, well, Trey's so hot, I'll just go fuck him. That's where I don't really trust him anymore. So when he came, that's kind of where I get jealous.
Okay. So Sabra is talking to Trey. Where are they together?
Oh, they're in a hot tub.
Okay. And she starts having a panic attack.
Yeah.
Because why?
She thought I was going to be mad.
And she gets out of the hot tub, and what happens?
She went into the room, and I went downstairs to go try and talk to her, and I went to the hot tub. Bree told me, oh, well, someone was making her feel uncomfortable, so she left. When I went to go find her, come find her, Dalton had me come with him, because he knew where she was. We went in there, and I told her, hey, it's completely fine. I'm not going to be upset if you go in the hot tub. And so we calmed her down, got her all nice and calm, and she went back to the hot tub for a little while.
So you're upstairs, you're talking to this female, and Sabra comes back upstairs. She's hanging out in the living room. Okay. And what happens next?
I took that shot with her. I think it was after the shot, I went and walked to the hallway.
And what happens in the hallway?
Hallway, someone got pushed, hit Horizon, and that's when everybody freaked out.
Okay. And if I tell you that I have literally witness statements, written witness statements of you two-handed pushing Horizon.
That's what they were trying to say.
Okay. And you're telling me that that's not true?
I don't think that I pushed her.
Is it possible that you could have pushed her and you blacked out, given the copious amounts of alcohol you drank?
I could have, but I do not believe that I did.
You have a history of pushing women.
That's because she punched me in the face. I just pushed her out of my way.
Do you think it's okay to put your hands on a female?
No.
Ever?
No. I have 6 sisters.
Okay. Do you think it'd be okay for your sons to do the same?
No.
Would you like it if Dalton shoved Sabra? They think that you've pushed Horizon. Dalton comes to you and says what?
He was just freaking out. That he was going to be able to pass and everything.
You guys are outside, a scuffle ensues on the hillside, and you get shoved down. Which, I imagine, like any guy, that probably pisses you off pretty much.
I saw the video. Somebody clearly shoved you in the front, which started the scuffle before it led down the hill. So you were talking to somebody outside, and then somebody just two-handed you, right in the chest. And that's what started the scuffle.
Yeah, that's about the only part I remember is getting pushed. And then I kind of gone from there until I got in my car.
And when you get in your car, what happens?
That's where I think I grabbed the knife. Yeah, he was pulling on the door, I think.
I'll tell you that I have a footprint that tells me they were trying to close the door. Does this sound familiar now? You're trying to get back out of the car. You have 1 foot out, or you're trying to push open the door, and somebody takes a foot and closes the door. I have a footprint to corroborate that, and a dent in the side of your Equinox that says they were trying to get you back in the car. Okay. Do you remember any of that?
No, I'm not completely sure.
And what happens when you grab this knife?
I think I just started stabbing him.
How many times do you think you stabbed him?
I don't know.
Okay. Did you say anything as you were stabbing him?
I couldn't tell you.
Did you say anything after you stabbed him?
I think I just left.
What about as you're driving down the road?
I have no clue.
Do you look at Sabra and say, I just stabbed somebody?
I stopped thinking.
I'd say you did. Because what was your next move when you left that cabin?
Went to my buddy's house.
And what did you say when you got there?
I don't know.
You don't remember having a conversation with him? What if I tell you that I have you on surveillance at his house and I have all the camera footage? And you literally look at Justin and say, I just fucking stabbed this guy. Does that ring a bell?
No.
Okay. What do you do with the weapon when you're there? You knew exactly where the murder weapon was the whole time.
I either threw it in the bush or I threw it.
Why would you throw it?
I don't know. I just wasn't thinking. I want to get rid of it.
The officer reveals that Saber has been taken to jail for complicity to commit a murder after failing to report the crime to police. She also notices a telling omission that casts doubt on the remorse Isaac claims to feel.
So here's the problem with this whole thing is that not one time today have you or Sabra asked how that kid is. If you were that concerned about it, wouldn't you have asked? All these hours sitting here. Because let me tell you, myself and Detective Wright have been here since 3:30 this morning. And we asked multiple times. And I made that final phone call to find out that he was dead at 8:30 this morning. 8:35, and they said he died 4 minutes ago. And you haven't asked one time.
I was thinking about it. I just didn't want to ask.
Why not?
I didn't want to hear it.
Did you have any inclination?
I had a feeling.
That he was going to die from the stabbing?
Ever since today, since I got here, I had a feeling that something went wrong, something happened.
Finally, Isaac signs a witness statement detailing his guilt.
I want to say sorry for lying about the knife and sorry for everything that happened. It should have never went that far. I did not mean to hurt anybody. Just blacked out from the fight and drinking. I'm sorry to anyone my actions have hurt. I wish I could take everything back.
After a day of deceit, denial, and outright remorselessness, Isaac Pence finally admits to the heinous act he's carried out. As the day draws to a close, the case is about to slam shut. For Isaac, a lengthy spell behind bars is all that awaits. On September 25, 2024, 21-year-old Isaac Pence was sentenced to 18 years to life in prison for the murder of 22-year-old Charles Starner the previous year. Less than a month later, Saber Flagg pleaded guilty to obstructing justice, a 5th-degree felony. She was handed a 6-month prison sentence, which was already fulfilled by her time spent in jail the previous year. She was also issued a $1,000 fine.